Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Ignacy Shevchik
Hello,
from Portal Games.
Hello.
And he's got a stack of newness that is coming out in 2017 and 2018.
Yes.
It's going to give a future look at what's coming here. I don't know if you got a particular order you want to
Yes, this is first we start with the Gen Con release.
Okay.
So this we are in camera. Yes, we are on camera. So this is Cry Havoc Aftermath. This expansion for the Cry Havoc game. It was a major success for us last year. The Cry Havoc was super popular, especially in States. We nailed it with this production, and we are bringing an expansion. This expansion actually doubles the amount of content in the box. So in the base game of Cry Havoc, you have 3 structures and 5 abilities for everything single faction. Here you have 3 new structures and 5 new abilities. So therefore players have like insane replayability with all these abilities and cool tricks they can do. Number of synergies between now these structures and these abilities is insane. My playtesters are praying to stop the playtesting because they are tired of this, because there's so many different things that we have to check and looking for winning strategies if there's some hole that we have find. But for the players, in the final end, happy ending of the story, it will be a huge replayability. We also added 2 new rules into the game. There will be leaders now. So if you're playing the machines or if you're playing the humans, you will have a leader that gives you some special abilities. And there's plenty of other small things. But basically, this small box gives insane replayability to the box. And we don't change the game. We don't change the basic rules. We are just adding more cool stuff. As simple as that. Release for Gen Con. I don't know about the street date because this guy is my production manager and he knows all the dates. I just know that I will be at Gen Con and I will have this box.
Have it.
Yes, that's what I'm sure.
All right.
So this is it. And for Gen Con we will also have first Martians, which is
Been in the works for a while.
yes.
Yes.
Finally the game is ready. This is a sample from the production and we are presenting this here at the GAMA trade show for the retailers and for the media. The date release is, as I mentioned, Gen Con. I believe many of you heard about this game. Just a few recap what this game is about. The game is based on the basic mechanics of Robinson Crusoe. So once again, it's a cooperative game for 1 to 4 players. We are stranded on not deserted island by the Mars. You have to survive. Like in Robinson Crusoe, we have 6 unique scenarios. Here we have 6 unique missions. So once again, you choose a mission, and sometimes you have to rebuild the whole habitat because you just landed and you have to build everything. Sometimes your farm has a problem with the minerals and your food is dying and you will die of hunger if you don't find the right minerals on the Mars. Sometimes your probe that was going to find some samples on the surface got lost and is out of the range and you have to catch it and bring it to the habitat. So missions are super unique. What is more here in this game, I was working on this game for 2 years. Not only we have these 6 super unique and super cool missions, but we have campaign in the box. The campaign has 5 missions, so this is like a double the content, and the campaign is changed from the single missions because it saves the status of after the first mission, it saves what happened, and the second mission has all these consequences like your wounds, your conditions, the habitat if it's broken, it is still broken in the second mission, and what is more, there's one huge storyline, huge plot line which will be resolved in the final 5th scenario, final mission, so you are getting attached to the characters, you are getting attached to the story, what's happening, and then you are finally having this last scenario. This is super cool.
Okay.
And because I am crazy and because we are Portal Games, there is a second campaign. So there's another 5 scenarios. And the second campaign is even more interesting because we added small legacy elements. That means that there are some envelopes, there's some hidden information, some hidden stuff that when you play the second campaign, you will open the envelope and find some super cool handouts that will help you play the game. 2 years in development, insane replayability. The game is supported by the app. There's a free app that supports the game, and in the app we put all the event and adventure cards that you guys know from Robinson Crusoe. Now these adventures and these events, of course, in the new team and the new rules, are in the app. At this very moment in the app we have more than 500 different cards. So this is like once again double the number of the things from the Robinson. And because there is an app, so we will be able to support the game for a long time and update the app with the new events, new adventures, celebrate with the fans the fact that they like the game. So this for us is a major release of this year, and I would say of a couple of years. Like for us it was a huge work, a huge print run, huge promotion, and the biggest game we did ever. And in a couple of months we will see how it ended.
Okay.
I'm super excited and super tired of this game. I don't go away. And the message to everybody who is watching us: lower the pressure. Please don't hype it out. Like this is just a game. Like stop with the hype.
That's right.
Everybody is just
Your
crazy.
mom beats you at Gen Con anyway, so that will probably not change.
That is true. Alien Artifacts is a game, sci-fi game, 4X game. You have
But
to
it's all cards, though.
exactly. So you have to discover planets, you have to discover new technologies, you have to find other players. But we don't use any board; we're just using the cards. As I mentioned in a couple of interviews already, if I say to anybody that this is 4X card game, I'm just lose this guy because he's not a card game, no, he's not interested. So what we do for this game is we are going to every single convention that we can and we play with the people. Like we were, as you remember, we were at the BGCon just playing the game with the people, yes, and the feedback was very positive. As you may know, the Dice Tower chose this game as one of the most anticipated games of the 2017 after they played the game, and now I'm going to do this every single month. Next month I'm in Niagara Falls playing the game, and then we go to UK Game Expo playing the game and any other conventions, because we just want to show the game. That this is not the premise of the cool game. This is a cool game, and you will know it from playing the game. It plays about 45 minutes, so it's very fast, very quick. I would say we have 64 unique technology cards. Each technology leads you to different strategy to play something a little bit different. We have 50 different planets. Even though the planets has 2 different abilities, you can choose one of these. And we have lots of torpedoes to attack other players. So the replayability of this game is once again insane. We are super proud of this game. I will promote the game in upcoming months. But the message for now is find Portal Games at the convention, play the game, and check my bluff. My bluff is not a bluff. This is a true story. This game is amazing, and we'll prove it at the convention.
That's right. Well, I wrote it up after playing as
You
well.
played it?
Yeah.
I did, because he was at the BGCon, so you played
Yes,
it. Yes,
I played it. Yes, it was fascinating. It was.
I didn't know that. Like this is super cool. Like
That's right. Ignacy does not read what I write. But it was kind of overwhelming because there were so many possibilities for what you could do, and it's just like, well, I'll just do something.
That's
do
cool.
something. You gotta. That's how you learn.
Yeah,
do something.
I'm super happy.
Yeah.
And guys, the last one we just announced it yesterday or the day before. I don't remember. I have a jet lag.
Yes.
I lost in the time. We announced it at GAMA. And we are presenting it now for the audience. This is our game that will release next year, Detective, the modern crime board game. In a very short words, if you want just a tagline, it is something like Sherlock Holmes consulted detective, move to the modern times. So we are once again we are solving the cases. We have here 5 cases. All these cases are connected to one campaign, one major big crime that you will find out in the final episode of this stuff. For us, it's like a TV show. Like you have these episodes, but at the end of the show, you will know all the clues. We'll just click in the one big solution.
Right.
What's unique with this game, because it is a modern crime board game, it takes time. Here in 2018, there is action around the first scenario. It takes place in Richmond. You will be able to use any data you can get even outside of the box. So in the box you will have a game book, like in all these games, the paragraph, the description of the crime scene with some witnesses, description, etc., etc. So you have information in the game book. But you can go to the Google and check Google Maps and check the Richmond and see if this guy is telling the truth, because he said he was there and is very far away from the other location, and you can he's lying. You can go to the Wikipedia and learn about some things that the guy is telling and say this guy is lying. This is not true. It was not the truth. So we are living in this game book. There will be some small icons that say this is real stuff. You can double check it in the internet, and players will start investigate and check. And if you find something in the internet, if you find some additional knowledge outside the box, it will be like a shortcut for you. So you can finish the game just from the game book like a regular game. But if you're having this laptop and Google and everybody's just thinking, you have this, he's lying, and you know it already, yes, because you double checked his bluff in the media, in the internet.
Okay.
We have building now we are building. It will be built, of course, when the game is released. There's a special website.
Right.
That is like a police department website, something like that. So at the beginning of the game,
you have your files.
Yeah,
and
exactly. You log in as you are investigator. You have database, and in that you have a picture of the witness or picture of the criminal, all his data about him, all his statements. You have access to MP3 files when he was interrogated, so you can actually listen what he said. He's lying. Like we listen that he is lying. Like you have all this modern media that we are using to just immerse people. Like in
Okay.
any other game. I'm super pumped for this game because we are playtesting right now. So for the first Martians, I'm done with this game. Like I hate it, but this one, it is what I'm doing right now. So I'm super pumped about this.
And I wanted to ask about the co-author here.
Yeah, so this is my friend. I know the guy for like 20 years, and this is the guy who is in the role-playing industry business hobby basically for years.
Okay.
He writes stories for Call of Cthulhu and all this kind of stuff, and he's the best writer I ever met in terms of creating the crime stories. Like all his adventures, all his scenarios for role-playing games were just insanely good. So I contacted him because we know each other for years. I said, I need a true detective story. Like I need a very dark, noir, modern crime story. I need a scenario. Please write it for me. And he's writing. So he's doing all the writing of the story.
Right.
And I'm doing the gamification. So I'm doing all the rules and there's some tweaks in that it is actually the game. Like he's writing a story like a novel story, yes?
Right. And then you take it apart, essentially.
Basically, yes. But I'm a huge fan of his work. Like I played with him role-playing games for years. Each time I play with him, I'm super pumped for the scenario he's creating. They are always super amazing. And once again, here we have the story that is, we cannot use True Detective because of HBO, but we are talking about the team. This is modern, dark, very, very dark, very serious stuff. I will talk more about this game in upcoming months, but at this point, it will be huge. I have a huge cost for this, and when we are playtesting and we are checking the things, what Subspec is telling us, I mean, no, he's lying like this. Awesome thing.
Okay, all right. It was very interesting. I know I was talking with Chad when it was announced, and sort of the premise of it was a very interesting take on this.
Yes, I will know more in upcoming months and show more. Absolutely, probably will go once again to BGCon to present the game to solve the introductory case. But at this point, when we are practicing at the company, like everybody is super pumped. Like we are having a great time at this moment. This is the moment when we still love the game, when we are not tired of it yet.
Right.
So for now, the whole company is super pumped for our next year release.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There's
Thank you for having me.
a lot coming from Portal. I imagine other things, maybe, possibly. Imperial Settlers?
Imperial Settlers Aztecs are now hitting the retail. We had a huge problem with the misprinted count. There was a huge adventure with reprinting the count, finally reprinted, finally repacked, and finally the copies are sent to this distribution. And as far as I know, distributors are sending right now to the retailers. So Aztecs finally reaching the American market. It was released in Europe in Essence, so there was like 4 or 5 months of delay. Very bad for us, but it happened. And we will have probably one more small expansion this year for Imperial Settlers, but it is not yet announced officially. And basically yes, first Martians, Annual Artifacts, Prime Havoc, Aftermath, 3 huge things from us. We don't do many titles, but when we do a title, it's hopefully very good.
Okay, all right. Thanks very much for the overview.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And come to BGGCon. Try things out.
Absolutely.